All right, Dre Spector Boxing here with another video. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you subscribe, hit that bell notification. That way you stay updated on latest content as I add it to the channel. Now we got a good video for you today. PBC delivers in the midst of a pandemic. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Like, they have a stunning lineup coming, man. No offense to the other networks, because I've been enjoying ESPN showing the top ranked fights, but the caliber of fighters was on a lower level. Even though they are frequent, it is something to watch. I've been enjoying those fights every week since they start doing that. But the PBC is delivering in a major way. It's the return of David Benavidez. That's one of the first things that I see on the lineup. That's August 15th. David Benavidez will take on, what's this guy's name? It's Romer Alexis. Look like this guy 26-1 with 22 knockouts, so maybe a power puncher. I'm not too familiar with the guy. I'm gonna have to go and look him up. But that's one of the first things I see is they getting David Benavidez, and I've been seeing him in the gym actively training. So I'm pretty sure he was aware that he had a fight coming up, that they would be doing this, and all of these fights, of course, is on Showtime Boxing, and that's what they're coming out with today, as with the big lineup headed with also a couple pay-per-view events. You got the Charlo brothers are gonna be heading up their first mega night of pay-per-view, which they'll be taking on Jamal Charlo will be taking on Sergey Derevyanchenko. I think he fought a Triple G last year, had a good outing. He's going to be fighting him. I'm not sure which one he's going to be the main event, but I'm likely thinking that the main, because the way that they're making it is going to be like 3 main events. It's another one not pictured here. But the second fight is going to be Jermell Charlo, well, the second main event, Jermell Charlo versus Jason Rosario. Rosario captured that title earlier this year, and it's going to be a unification bout, and I'm thinking that's going to be the main event. So I think they're going to have a co-main event, with that being the main event on that card, that September 26th card. And man, that's going to be a night, man. It looked like that September 26th is going to be the biggest night of boxing, because they really stacked that card for this pay-per-view event. There is going to be so many fights on that card. I haven't even read them all, but it's going to, from what my understanding is, it's going to be a big night of boxing for Showtime. And it's going to be pay-per-view. I'm going to be tuned in. I'm going to be watching those fights. Man, it's going to be a great night of boxing. Another thing that I see, the following fight, Tank and Leo Santa Cruz has been announced today as well. Tank, that's been anticipated that those guys are going to get in the ring and fight each other. I'm not sure which weight they're fighting, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be 135 pounds. That's what Tate can make right now, and I think that's the division that he's settling into, and he's a champion at the division. I think Leo Santa Cruz is going to be stepping up. I'm going to fact check that. Let me know in the comments if I did not get that right. But one thing that I've seen out of all of this, these announcements today, that they did not announce an Earl Spence fight, and I've been seeing him training a lot, and I'm looking at the gaps in the calendar and the need for that to be an additional pay-per-view fight. That fight will probably happen somewhere maybe early October. No, I'm sorry, mid-October or maybe early November. I believe that fight early to mid-November. I think that's when they'll probably fit Earl Spence in, with possibly a Danny Garcia. That's looking like it's going to be the announcement on that fight. Interested to see how that goes and how they fit that in. I'm also interested to see if that is going to be a Showtime fight, or is that going to be a Fox fight. That's why it was not announced with the Showtime fights that was announced today. I believe that might be still a Fox pay-per-view, because the last couple pay-per-views that Earl Spence had were Fox pay-per-views, and he probably had some type of partnership with them, because that's one of the interesting things I've seen. All of these were Showtime events today. None of these were Fox events. Usually they have a mixture of Showtime and Fox events. Last year, that's how they did it. Well, this year, it's all Showtime for the end of the year. It seemed like that's all the fights that were announced today. Maybe they may also come back with a Fox lineup, which will have some Fox fights. That'll be interesting to see. I'm sure that if Spence does get his fight, it's going to be a pay-per-view fight. Now, I believe that will probably be a Fox fight. Let me look back to the schedule, and I see that September 19th fight. That's interesting to see Erickson Lubin getting back into the ring. He had that one devastating loss to Jermell Charlo. And I want to see how he's bounced back and how he's progressing through that junior middleweight division, that 154-pound division, and how he's going to be moving forward. That's going to be an interesting fight to see in September. Let me see what else is on here. We got ending the year is going to be Dornera showing, and he's gonna be going up against Nordine. What is this? Ubali. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I know it's Ubali or something like that. But that's gonna be ending the year. But the big night of fighting, it looks like, is gonna be that September 26th. So you mark your calendars for that one. But this is a awesome announcement today. Boxing is back. Sports is back. NBA is coming back right now. NFL is going to start training camps. And it's interesting. I've heard today that all of these fights are going to be without audience. There's not going to be audience at present at any of these fights. As of today, there will be no audience, no live gate. Basically, they're going to be quarantined and boxing. And the fighters are probably going to be there's some precautions that are going to be set up. I believe the fighters are going to be probably reporting early for testing. Not sure how that's going to go. If you know anything about that, please comment in the comment section and let me know how that's supposed to be going. Man, this is going to be some explosive fights. And this is what I've been waiting for, to see when is sports going to return and how it's going to return in this environment with the pandemic going on. In the midst of the pandemic, again, the PBC has delivered today. They have delivered. Man, this is unprecedented. Like the standard that they're setting with all the fights that they have, man. But you just look at the names of these fighters. They've been building these fighters for several years. The Charlos brothers, David Benavidez on his way up, Tank Davis, and Leo Santa Cruz. Man, that was an anticipated matchup that's got postponed by the pandemic. But all of those fights, they are delivering. And man, I did not figure that Jason Rosario will be fighting for a unification match versus Jermell Charlo. I think that's the biggest fight that I'm looking forward to. It's a lot of fights I'm looking forward to. That Dervin Chico versus Jamal Charlo is not bad at all either, because this is going to be a tough outing for Jamal. But I'm really looking at that unification match, that 154-pound unification match. I did not know that was going to happen. I thought that Julian J-Rock Williams would have probably got a rematch before they could have done a unification match. But it's well deserved of Jermell Charlo to be getting a big time shot to face Rosario in that September 26th pay-per-view match. That's going to be his first pay-per-view, him and his brother, and they're going to be co-main eventing. It's interesting. It's like 3 main events on that night, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to go and fact check that, but I believe it's 3 main events. If you think you have any better information, go ahead and add that into the comments so I can go and fact check that. But this is going to be, man, an awesome lineup starting in August, ending in December, and it's up more fights that they're going to be announcing, I believe. So as of right now, this is what we have. I believe this is going to be an awesome, spectacular night of list of boxing matches starting August 1st. I cannot wait. Man, again, these are some spectacular fighters. no offense to any other networks and what they've been doing so far. Top Rank, I really do like that Top Rank was one of the first to go ahead and get us back into the swing of things with boxing and kind of give us a blueprint of how boxing probably going to look for a little while moving forward until we get the return of live gates. And I believe that Top Rank I think Top Rank got us back into the swing of boxing, but PBC is setting the standard. And these are exceptional fights that are moving forward. We still got some more fights that I believe should be announced and that I'm anticipating. And I think Top Rank is going to have some great fights that they are going to announce. As well as let's see what Canelo is going to do over there on Golden Boy. Golden Boy has some fighters in which we want to see what's the next moves for those Golden Boy fighters. So Top Rank, Golden Boy, who am I missing? But basically this is the standard for fights moving forward. You're gonna have to come and put up or shut up. Have these guys get in here and get in the ring and get it on. I like the lineup that they announced today. I'm very eager to see who will emerge victorious out of most of these matchups. And I will be doing videos leading up to the fight, covering the fight, trying to get as much commentary out here. Many videos you can see that are gonna be heading right behind this one, and I'm gonna start with. I'm really excited for that David Benavidez fight. That's one of the first fights that I'm really gonna be amped up to see. That's one of my favorite fighters in boxing, all of boxing right now, and I believe that he is a future star. And I'm ready to see him return to the ring and how he looks, man. Shake out that rust. A lot of these guys been sitting on their ass for a long time, and I'm ready to see him fight. So that's Dre Spec the Boxing. Hit me in the comments. Let me know what your favorite matchup that was announced today is. Also, what do you think? How you think that these matchups line up? Are these the fights that you did want to see? Are these did a fight get snubbed? Anything that you think should have been on this list and is not on this list? And do you think that some of these are just not good matchups? Any comments that you have, please let me know up in the comments below. Hey, that's Dre Spector. That's all I got for you today, and I'm out.